Hello students, today we are going to discuss about relation between E and H. In our previous lecture, we have seen the importance of uniform plane wave. So let me revise that. So generally, the basic understanding of electromagnetic wave propagation in medium, it is provided by the basic concept of uniform plane wave. So this uniform plane wave is a fundamental concept in electromagnetic, and it is the simplest solution to the Maxwell's equation for time varying fields in an unbound and homogeneous medium. So the fundamental concept of this uniform plane wave is very useful for the knowledge of electromagnetic wave, as uniform plane wave solution is quite useful and adequate in many problems practically. So it is used case where if the media have some physical dimensions which are larger than the wavelength, then the solution closely approximates the uniform wave solution. So here, in order to get the relation between E and H, consider the wave equation of free space, that is del square E is equal to mu naught epsilon naught del square dou square E by dou t square. Since this is a second order differential equation, its solution is E is equal to F1 of x minus V naught t plus F1 of x plus V naught t. This solution you can consider other also. So here, see, if you equate this to 0, so it is equal to x is equal to V naught t, means V naught t will be in positive direction. So this is a positive x direction traveling wave, and this will become x is equal to minus V naught t. So it is going in negative x direction, so you can consider this as a reflected wave. Now V is nothing but it is a velocity or speed of light. So velocity is nothing but square 1 by square root of mu naught epsilon naught. Suppose if we consider that there is no reflected wave, means there is no this equation. There is no this equation. So we get E is equal to F1 of x minus V naught t, since we are considering that there is no reflection. So this is my equation 2. So we'll consider two Maxwell's equation. One is del cross E is equal to minus dou B by dou t, and the other one is del cross H is equal to J plus dou D by dou t, where J is equal to 0 in free space. Now let me solve this. So consider the first equation, that is del cross E is equal to minus dou B by dou t. So this I am taking the cross product, that is Ax unit vector, Ay, Az unit vectors. So del means dou by dou x, dou by dou y, dou by dou z. E means Ex, Ey and Ez. Similarly, this B is equal to mu h. So mu dou h by dou t. That h will have will be there in x, y and z axis. So hx Ax plus hy Ay plus hz Az. So Ax into, now if you solve this, so Ax into dou Ez by dou y minus dou Ey by dou z minus Ay into dou Ez by dou x minus dou Ex by dou z plus Az into dou Ey by dou x minus dou Ex by dou y, that is equal to mu into dou by dou t, the same thing. So for uniform plane wave, we know that electric and magnetic field, it is a function of x and t, and it is independent of y and z axis. So if it is a function of x and t, we have already seen that there will be no components or there will be no variation of electric and magnetic field in x direction. So Ex is equal to 0 and Hx is equal to 0, and it is independent of y and z axis. So dou by dou y is equal to 0 and dou by dou z is equal to 0. Now if you apply these conditions here in this equation, what do you get? So Ex is equal to 0. Hx is equal to 0, dou by dou y. So here you have dou by dou y and here you have dou by dou z. So this will be equal to 0, and here you have dou by dou z. This is also equal to 0, and here you have dou by dou y. This is equal to 0, and here Ex Hx is equal to 0. So this will be equal to 0 and this will be there and this will be there. So the same thing we'll write here, minus Ay into because here in y unit vector you have this, and in z you have this, and remaining these two components. So minus ay into dou ez by dou x plus az into dou ey by dou x, that is equal to minus mu into dou by dou t of hy ay plus hz az. So on comparing the unit vectors, so here you have ay unit vector and here also you have ay unit vector. If you compare these two, dou ez by dou x is equal to minus mu dou hy by dou t, and that is equation 3, and equation 4 is dou ey by dou x is equal to dou hz by mu into dou hz by dou t. So with this Maxwell's equation, we have got these two conclusions. Okay, now if you consider del cross h is equal to dou d by dou t, do the same procedure. Ax, ay, az, dou by dou x, dou by dou y, dou by dou z. Now since here it is x, we write it as hx, hy and hz. And since d is equal to epsilon into e, epsilon dou e by dou t. So e is again ex ax plus ey ay plus ez az. Again do the cross product, you get this equation. So again we know for a uniform plane wave ex is equal to 0, hx is equal to 0, and it is independent of y and z axis, so this will be equal to 0. So ex dou by dou y, so dou by dou y is equal to 0, dou by dou z is equal to 0, dou by dou z is equal to 0, dou by dou y is equal to 0, and ex is equal to 0. So the remaining are this one, minus ay into dou hz by dou x plus az into dou hy by dou x is equal to epsilon dou by dou t ey ay plus ez az. Again I am comparing the unit vectors. Dou hz by dou x is equal to this minus, here if we write it is minus epsilon dou ey by dou t, and dou hy by dou x is equal to, here there is no minus, so epsilon dou ez by dou t. So equation 5 and 6. Now from equation 2 we considered that there is no reflected wave, so this is my equation 2, that is E is equal to f1 into x minus v naught into t. So the same thing we take here, that is E is equal to f1 into x minus v naught into t. Now let me solve this equation. Let me consider, let Ey is equal to f1 into x minus v naught into t. So here you have dou Ey by dou t. So dou Ey by dou t. So f1 differentiation is, if you differentiate this with respect to t, so this is f1 dash x minus v naught into t into minus v naught. So minus v naught f1 dash x minus v naught into t. Now substitute this in equation 5. Here I'll be substituting. So we get dou hz by dou x is equal to minus epsilon into this one, minus v naught f1 dash into x minus v naught t. So this minus and minus will become plus. So epsilon v naught f1 dash x minus v naught into t. So again, in order to get the value for hz, we need to integrate this. So on integrating both sides, hz is equal to v naught epsilon. Integration of this f1 dash is nothing but f1 x minus v naught t. So what is v naught? That is 1 by square root of mu naught epsilon naught, and this is epsilon naught. Both of them, they get cancelled. So you get square root of epsilon naught by mu naught f1 x of v naught of t. So this is the equation for hz. So previously we have considered that this f1 x minus v naught of t is ey. So you can say this replaced by ey. So hz is equal to ey square root of epsilon by mu. So ey by hz is equal to square root of, if you get this here, so you get square root of mu by epsilon. So again, if you take the same equation and solve the second one, that is dou ez by dou t. So again ez, the same equation, so the same concept. So finally we get, again take ez as f1 into x minus v naught into t. Dou ez by dou t is equal to, differentiation is f1 dash of x minus v naught into t minus v naught. So minus V naught into F1 dash of x minus V naught into t. So substituting this equation here in the second equation, this one. So what do we get? We get dou hy by dou x is equal to minus epsilon naught V naught F1 dash x minus V naught into t. So to get the hy component, again integrating on both sides. So F1 dash will become F1, V naught is 1 by square root of mu naught epsilon naught. So minus epsilon naught by mu naught F1 of x minus V naught into t. So here what we have considered Ez is F1 of x minus V naught into t. So this is Ez. So minus Ez square root of epsilon naught by mu naught. So Ez by hy is equal to minus square root of mu by epsilon. So if you take these two equations like this conclusion and equation 7 and equation 8, we get Ey by hz is equal to minus Ez by hy is equal to square root of mu by epsilon. Mu by epsilon. So in point form, simply you can write E by h is equal to square root of mu by epsilon. So here it is a function of y, E is a function of y and h is a function of z. So means it is going in y direction, it is going in z direction. So if you change the direction, here we are getting minus. So in simple form you can write E by h is equal to square root of mu by epsilon. So in free space, mu is also equal to mu naught because the mu is equal to mu naught mu r, where mu r is equal to 1 for a free space. So we know the value is 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 Henry per meter, and epsilon is equal to epsilon naught is equal to 10 power 9 by 36 pi farad per meter. So eta is equal to E by h. This E by h, that is equal to 120 pi, that is equal to 377 ohms. So this eta is nothing but free space impedance or intrinsic impedance or characteristic impedance, and this is the intrinsic impedance, and this value is equal to square root of mu. So eta is equal to E by h, that is equal to square root of mu by epsilon, where this eta is, as I already said, free space impedance or intrinsic impedance. So here when you see it is going in y and z direction. So E is going in y and z direction and h is also y and z direction. So E is going in y and z direction. So Ey, Ay, Ez, Az, since Ex is equal to 0. And h is also hy, ay, hz, az because hx is equal to 0. Now if you want to calculate the dot product and cross product of this E and h. So the dot product of E and h is E dot h. Dot means this is the dot. So E dot h. So E is Ey hy because ay dot ay is equal to 1. Az dot az is equal to 1. So you get this equation. And we know eta is equal to minus Ez by hy. So Ez is equal to minus eta hy. And eta is also equal to Ey by hz. That is Ey is equal to eta hz. So if you substitute here, in place of Ey it is eta hz. So eta hz into hy. And here you have Ez. Ez is minus eta hy into hz. So the cross product of two different vectors will be 0. So this here finally E dot h is equal to 0. Eta minus eta zy, it will be equal to 0. So the dot product of electric and magnetic field is equal to 0. That means they are orthogonal to each other. That means they are perpendicular to each other. Now if you do the cross product E cross h, that is Ax, Ay, Az, Ex, Ey, Ez, Hx, Hy, Hz. Now again if you calculate for a uniform plane wave, Ex is equal to 0 and Hx is equal to 0. If you see here Ex is 0 and here Hx is 0. 0 into something is 0. Again Ex is equal to 0, Hx equal to 0. So you have only this x direction. So Ax into this, and we know from this equation you can get some relations like this. You have got the value for Ez and Ey. So here you got for Ey and Ez, you have got this equation. So here you get hz square plus hy square. So z square plus y square is equal to x square. So you can write eta, this is hx square into ax. So the cross product is giving you the direction of propagation, means it is going in x direction. So the dot product is saying you that E and H, they are perpendicular to each other, and cross product is saying you that it is giving you the direction of propagation. So next is sinusoidal variation or phasor notation. So see, generally the electric and magnetic field, they vary sinusoidally with time. So for sinusoidal time variation, the Maxwell's equations will be expressed in phasor form. So the phasor form of electric field is given as, so this is the phasor form. This is, we'll consider the real part of E of r e power j omega t. So again we'll consider the free space wave equation, that is del square E is equal to mu naught epsilon naught del square E by dou t square, dou square E by dou t square. So the solution, since here it is e power j omega t, the solution we take in terms of e power, so that you can solve this equation. So for a second order differential equation, in terms of e power equation is E of r is a function of x and t. So E of r is equal to C1 e power minus j beta x plus C2 e power j beta x. So since this is r is a function of x and t, real part of C1 e power this, e power minus j beta x plus C2 e power j beta x into e power j omega t. Now if you solve this, here C1 e power, here omega t minus beta x plus omega t plus beta x. So e power j theta can be written as cos theta plus I sin theta. So theta here is omega t minus beta x. So here these two are the imaginary terms. So if imaginary term is equal to 0, we get C1 cos omega t minus beta x. This is equal to 0 and this is also equal to 0. So you get C2 cos omega t plus beta x. So if this is equated to 0, omega t is equal to beta x. So this is a positive x direction and this is minus, so it is a negative x direction. So here beta is phase variation of signal or a phase shift constant. Suppose if E and H, it is if it is a function of, or it is given like e power j omega t, then dou E by dou t. Suppose if E is equal to e power j omega t, means if you differentiate this with respect to t, we get e power j omega t into j omega. Means this dou by dou t is equal to j omega. And E here is nothing but e power j omega t. Suppose if you do dou square means here you get j square, means j square omega square. So j square is minus 1. So you get minus omega square e power j omega t. So we know the free space equation is del square E is equal to mu naught epsilon naught into dou square E by dou t square. So as I already said, dou square E by dou t square is minus j square w square. So j omega whole square, or simply you can write dou square E by dou t square. So that dou square by dou t square is j omega whole square into E. So you can write this j square is minus 1. So minus mu naught epsilon naught omega square into E. So if it come here, the equation is simply like this. So if you take E common, that is del square plus mu naught epsilon naught omega square is equal to 0. This is the equation if you consider a free space wave equation. Now if you consider a wave equation in a conducting media, so it is del square E minus sigma into mu dou E by dou t minus mu epsilon dou square E by dou t square. We know this dou by dou t is equal to j omega, and this dou square by dou t square is equal to minus omega square. So minus omega square, so here it will become plus. Now this is the equation in terms of electric field. Similarly, if you take the magnetic free space, in terms of magnetic field, you get this equation, and in terms of magnetic field for a conducting medium, you get this equation. Thank you.